Kiernan Jared Forbes, aka 2 Millions. He was the Supamega, the heartbeat of South African hip-hop. His story is one of meteoric fame, love, and tragedy. But to understand his end, we must return to his beginning. Born in Cape Town in 1988, Kiernan grew up in Johannesburg, raised in a family that valued education and creativity. As a teenager, he co-founded the rap group Entity, earning a Cora nomination. Though the group disbanded, Kiernan's hunger for music only grew. He studied sound engineering, sharpening his craft, and began producing beats for other artists. These early years were the roots of a Fern, small, fragile, but destined to unfurl into something larger. His childhood was marked by ambition, discipline, and a belief that hip-hop could carry South Africa's voice to the world. In 2010, AKA released Victory Lap, a track that didn't just introduce him, it announced him. His debut album Alter Ego earned him awards and recognition, but it was Levels in 2014 that cemented his place in history. With hits like Congratulate and Run Josie, AKA captured the pulse of a generation. Awards poured in: South African Music Awards, MTV Africa Music Awards, and collaborations with Burna Boy, Ice Prince, and Sarkodie. He toured across Africa, electrifying crowds from Lagos to Nairobi. By 2018, Touch My Blood proved he was more than a rapper. He was a cultural institution. Songs like Fella in Versace and Jika dominated charts, blending bravado with vulnerability. The Fern unfurled wider with each success. Every album was a new leaf, every award a new stem. AKA had become more than Kiernan Forbes. He was the Supamega, a symbol of South African excellence. As fame grew, so did fascination with his private life. His relationship with DJ Zinhol brought him fatherhood, and the birth of his daughter Kairo in 2015 softened his image. Later, his romance with Bonang Matheba was fiery and controversial, dominating headlines, but neither relationship would place him under the spotlight quite like the one that followed. Enter Anele Tembe. Their love story unfolded during the COVID-19 pandemic, when TikTok challenges and Instagram lives turned their romance into a public spectacle. Fans watched their chemistry blossom in real time, skyrocketing them from a couple to a cultural phenomenon. By early 2021, their bond had escalated into engagement. The announcement was met with excitement, as many saw them as a power duo, young, glamorous, and deeply in love. Yet beneath the surface, whispers of volatility emerged. Reports of heated arguments and troubling incidents hinted at cracks in the foundation. Still, the public narrative was one of passion and promise, amplified by the digital age. On the 11th of April 2021, tragedy struck. Anele fell from the 10th floor of Cape Town's Pepper Club Hotel. She was only 22. Police ruled her death a suicide. Her family rejected this, insisting that critical evidence had been overlooked. They argued Anele was not suicidal, pointing to her dreams and plans for the future. Former Police Minister Becky Seal later revealed detectives had not ruled out murder, reigniting public debate. Witness accounts described chaos in the hours before her fall: loud arguments, heavy partying, and tension. Social media erupted with theories, hashtags demanding justice, and speculation that blurred fact and rumor. The Tembe family accused AKA of being responsible, citing alleged defensive marks on his body. His father, Tony Forbes, publicly defended him, rejecting claims that Kiernan murdered Anele. Anele's death remains one of South Africa's most contested tragedies. It was not just the loss of a young woman, but the unraveling of a love story lived in public. For her family, it was a wound that refused to heal. For Aka, it was a shadow that would follow him until his own final chapter. After Anele's death, Kiernan Forbes was caught between grief and suspicion. He spoke of devastation, but the public was divided. Some saw a grieving fiance, others saw a man under a cloud of unanswered questions. Social media became a courtroom. For every fan offering sympathy, another accused him of hiding the truth. His career carried on, but the shadow was inescapable. Interviews turned tense, performances carried pain, and even his lyrics were dissected for hidden meanings. The Fern, once vibrant, now bore scars. His image was fractured, his grief public property, his reputation contested. On the 10th of February 2023, Durban's Wish restaurant was alive with celebration. AKA was there with friends, preparing to perform. As he stepped outside, gunmen approached, shots rang out. Within seconds, Kiernan Forbes lay fatally wounded. He was the nation reeled. Candlelight vigils lit the streets. Murals appeared overnight. Tributes poured in from fellow artists. South Africa mourned not only a superstar but a cultural icon. Investigations revealed complexity. In 2024, police arrested 7 suspects linked to the murder, but no convictions have been secured. The case remains open. Speculation swirled about organized crime, business disputes, and even alleged family involvement. Moses Tembe denied accusations that his family was connected, but whispers persisted. For fans, the symmetry was haunting. A man whose fiancée's death raised unanswered questions now met a violent end of his own. For his family, it was unbearable. For South Africa, it was a wound that cut deep into the heart of its music culture. AK's story is a fern rooted in childhood ambition, unfurling into fame, branching into love and fatherhood, and twisting into tragedy. His rise showed the heights of South African talent, but his end revealed the fragility of life in the spotlight. Anele Tembe's death remains unresolved. Kiernan Forbes' murder remains open, with arrests but no convictions. Together, their stories form a haunting symmetry to young lives intertwined by passion, controversy, and loss. Yet, his music endures. His voice still echoes in clubs, on radios, and in the hearts of fans. His daughter Kairo carries his legacy forward, a living reminder of the man behind the Supamega persona. The fern, now fully unfurled, stands as a symbol of life's beauty and fragility. AK's legacy is not only in the beats he created, but in the questions he leaves behind about truth, justice, and the shadows that follow even the brightest stars.